Hey guys, your neighborhood friendly Merc here. If you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that little bell button so that you get all my latest videos. So today, I just wanted to quickly touch on the topic of Square Enix not mentioning pretty much anything about Outriders at their E3 press conference. Now, my initial thoughts are that the game sold exceptionally well. You know, that's just a fact. They weren't expecting it to sell anywhere near as well as it did, and so completely outperformed expectations in that area. And then they announced that it's one of their next big franchises because it sold so well. And people, a lot of the fans are upset at the game and at the developers, and kind of miffed that Square Enix didn't announce at E3 the future DLC plans for the game. And I think that outrage is completely misplaced. And the simple answer that we can all see here, if we just kind of take a step back and wonder why didn't we see anything, well, the game just came out April 1st. So it's only been just a couple months since then. And you look and see what the devs said before the game came out. What they said all along, they said it's not a live service game, so don't expect some kind of drip feed of content to come out to either refresh things or keep things going, because they were putting all the content they had in the game in for launch, because it was meant to be a complete product and not a live service. So that makes complete sense. And then if you look at the other side of what they said, which was that the game, they were going to wait and see how the game did, basically how it sold, and if fans wanted more content for the game, basically really just didn't sell well, honestly. And from there they would then decide if they were going to do additional content for the game, like if they were going to do DLC. So they said they had a few ideas, but they hadn't really got anything concrete, it sounds like, worked out, because it sounds like they had funding to complete the game, and that was that. And they were very honest and clear about that all the way up until launch. So the fact that now it's only been 2 months, and they've spent a significant amount of that time trying to fix the critical bugs that the game had, which honestly, the game came out, and while it did have some, like maybe 2 or 3 major bugs, it wasn't anywhere near as buggy as a lot of these AAA games coming out now, where you just have endless bugs. Like if you look at Fallout 76, which was just completely bug riddled when it came out for months and months and months, that was a complete meme. This game worked for the most part. It did have that major bug where you might have your character gear not wiped, but appearing to be wiped and inaccessible, and that was a major bug for sure. But that was like the kind of the big thing that really made the game struggle. But the point is, there's no way they could have made new content and to show off in these couple months since the game came out. They've been focused on bug fixing primarily. I imagine they've started looking at what DLC they're going to do, and maybe even prototyping some things, but that doesn't mean it's going to be anywhere near ready to be shown at this point. So I think people just need to kind of chill out. If they have any interest left in the game, just kind of wait and see what the devs do. It's not going to be content that comes before, I mean, just with how things have gone, I doubt the content will come any sooner than like October or November. And plus, you have to think about if they put content out then, they're competing with all the insanely huge fall releases that are already scheduled to come out then. They're competing with Battlefield 6, which is going to be absolutely crazy, or Battlefield 2042, which will be massive. They're competing with Assassin's Creed DLC, Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC. That game is the best-selling Assassin's Creed ever. So they're going to have probably sell a whole lot of that DLC. They're competing with whatever the new Call of Duty is going to be. They're competing with Halo Infinite single player and multiplayer. They're competing with that amazing new Guardians of the Galaxy game from Square Enix itself. So this is company fighting itself at that point. Why bother? Square Enix also has some other things coming out for Final Fantasy or whatever. So I mean, they're competing with Forza. It just doesn't make any sense that even if they had DLC ready for this game, that was, going to be maybe ready this year, if I'm them, I would push it back to next year anyway. Maybe, you know, March or April or maybe January even. You know, anytime basically that isn't this year, because if it's not going to be ready by like August, which obviously it's not because they probably are barely starting to work on it, you know, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to put that content out any sooner, because they're going to get completely overshadowed by the tons of games that either have a bigger following or are already, you know, brand new games that are going to completely just kind of dump truck on some little DLC coming out for a game that, while it's sold really well, isn't like a, you know, established IP that's going to have that big push, that big name and big pull behind it. So, you know, guys, I really liked the game a lot, and I hope that you guys enjoyed what you played of it. I'm still working my way through it. I've kind of just playing it solo, playing super slowly. I've done some graphics mods for it, and I'll plan to release those in, I don't know, due time, whatever that might be, when I have time to kind of polish everything off. But, you know, I think it's a really cool game, but people just need to kind of take a chill pill, relax, either enjoy what they have, you know, left for playing the game, now that it seems like most of the bugs are ironed out, or just kind of and see what they do with the loot. I know a lot of people want legendary loot drops to you know, be upped in some way, so just kind of see what happens there. So those are my thoughts on the Outriders situation, if you will, for E3 2021 and Square Enix press conference. So yep, I've been your neighborhood friendly Merc. Again, I hope you will like, comment, and subscribe for more impressions, and, you know, I plan to do news content coverage for the gaming industry, and I hope to see you guys come with me along this journey, and I hope to hear your feedback. You know, what do you think of my take? Do you agree, disagree? Do you, you know, see a different perspective than what I'm putting out there? Love to know. All right, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.